Hi students, welcome back to another video session related to the cloud computing. In the previous session, we are already discussed about what is cloud computing, why you use cloud computing, what are the origins of cloud computing, and what are the basic components of the cloud computing. We have three different components, that is client, data centers, and the distributed servers. We are already discussed in the previous session. Now we have to discuss about the essential characteristics of the cloud computing. In the cloud environment, we have four deployment models, three service models, and five essential characteristics. The deployment models are private cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. And three different service models are software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. And we have five essential characteristics. Now we have to discuss in detail about the essential characteristics of the cloud computing. So what are the before going to discuss about the five essential characteristics of the cloud computing, first we have to know about the definition of the cloud provided by the NIST. So we already know cloud is not the service, it is a service provider. It is a service not providing any product. Okay. So cloud computing is the delivery of computing as a service. It provides only the service. It does not provide any product. So whereby shared resources, softwares and information and provided to the computers and other devices as the utility over the network. So cloud computing definition from NIST is, that means National Institute of Standard and Technology. So according to the NIST, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resource, that is networks, servers, storage, applications and services that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So with the help of the cloud computing, it is a model for enabling convenient. It is convenient to the users and on demand. Based upon the demand, the data can be accessed within the cloud. So that is network servers, storage applications and services that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort. So with minimal management effort, we can access the data within the cloud via the internet and provide the service interaction. So with the help of the providers, service providers, we can access anywhere from the cloud with the help of the internet only. So according to the NIST, the cloud is a model. It is convenient to the on-demand network access. So NIST cloud definition framework. So this is the framework provided by the NIST. We have four different deployment models. So service models and the five essential characteristics. So what are the four different deployment models? One is the private cloud, public cloud, community cloud and hybrid cloud. And we have three service models. One is the software as a service, platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. We have five different essential characteristics. So one is on demand self service, broad network access, rapid elasticity, resource pooling and measured services. So these are the five different types of essential characteristics of the cloud. So let us discuss each and every one. So there are five essential characteristics of the cloud computing, that is on-demand self-service, so network access, location independent resource pooling, rapid elasticity and measurable resources. Okay. So what is the meaning of on-demand self-service? So on-demand self-service, based upon the demand we have to use the resources. So cloud computing allow the users to use cloud services and resources on demand Based upon the demand, the resources can be used with the help of the cloud services providers. So cloud computing allows the user to use cloud services and resources on demand only. That is called on demand self service. One can log on to the website at any use them. So for example, we have one of the service provider that is called AWS, that is called Amazon Web Service. So just log on to the Amazon Web Service and use whatever you want with the help of the internet only. So a consumer can provision computing capabilities such as server time and network storage as needed automatically without requiring human interaction with each service provider. That means it does not involve any of the human. Just we have to log in to the service provider and we can access whatever you want. For example, if you want to access the memory, that is the demand, we can access via the AWS, via the internet, that is called on demand. If you want to install any operating system like Unix, Linux, so just go to the AWS and log on to the AWS and just use it and access the particular operating system with the help of the internet only. That is the on demand. With the help with the help of cloud computing, we can access by the demand. So on demand self service allows users to obtain, configure and deploy cloud service themselves using cloud service catalogs without requiring the assistance of IT. So here you just access the particular environment with the help of the cloud. So all these are the configure and deployment clouds. So already it has configure and deployment within the cloud. We need not to configure and deploy. Just you have to access and install within your computer or the client, so without any assistance of the IT. So it does not require any IT assistance within the cloud environment. Just use them. The self-service requirements of cloud computing promotes infrastructure vendors to which obtain from the cloud service catalog. So the templates contains predefined configuration. So what is the meaning of a template? So it has already predefined accessible by the consumer to services. So the templates are blueprints which are used within the cloud environment. So it is where the templates and blueprints are promoted technically with the aspects of cloud environment. So ready to use clouds we have to maintain and deploy within the cloud environment. Each template includes specific specific information about the server's specific tasks of hosting application, databases, websites. The templates also include predefined services. So it has the predefined services which are used within the cloud environment. So within the cloud environment we have to use it. So just we have to within the you within the environment we have to use it. Okay. So computer service such as email application and the service providers, that can be network servers. Services can be provided without requiring human interaction with each service providers, including service providers provided the demand on service. So based upon the service, based upon the demand, we have to use it. So one of the example is Amazon Web Service, Microsoft, Google, IBM, so Salesforce. So all these are the different platforms of cloud environment. So so nowadays Amazon Web Service is the best technology to use the cloud environment. Just go to the AWS and log on to the AWS and access the particular application whatever you want and the accessing it and use it at anywhere at any time with the help of the internet only. So the next one is broad network access. So what is the meaning of broad network access? So since cloud computing completes the web based, it is completely the web based, it is web based. Cloud service can be accessible from anywhere. So anywhere and anytime. We can access the data from anywhere and anytime. Accessing the resources in the cloud is via the multiple devices types. We can access the devices, multiple devices at any time, at anywhere, at any time and anywhere. So computer resources 40 years ago, there were no in the it was very costly. So for example, if you want to install any particular type of software, so it is very costly to maintain the software. So with nowadays we cannot purchase any type of software here. Just if you want to any type of software, just go to the service provider and use it. So computing resources 40 years ago, there were this care was costly. So using was limited based on the priority and crucially workload order to conserve these resources. Similarly, network resources were also scarce. Internet protocol and network were in the relevant use of them. So with the help of these technology, broadcasting accesses, we can access anywhere. So huge amount of data with the help of the cloud environment. So it is a better way to maintain huge amount of data, and bandwidth for the increased network access and scalability has increased accordingly. So broad network access can be seen both as a tail of the cloud computing as well as the enabler. So within the cloud, we have to use different types of technology where we want to access the data. So next one is resource pooling. What is the meaning of pooling? So all the resources are in one place, we have to maintain. The providers computing resources are pooled together. That means multiple resources are placed in one location. Multiple resources are in one location. That is called pooled resources. So for example, all the servers, all the operating systems are placed in one location, that is called resource pooling. So the providers can provide all these resources to the service providers, which can be used to maintain it and access it via the internet with the help of the cloud. So next one is the rapid elasticity. It is very easy to scale the resources vertically and horizontal at any time. So scaling of resources means use of resource to deal with the increase and decrease of demands. So with the help of demand, the resources being used by the customers at any time given gain of the time are automatically monitored. So capability of elasticity provisioned and released in some cases automatically to scale rapidly outwards convenient with the demand. To the consumer, the capabilities available for provisioning then appears in limited and can be appropriated in any kind of manner at any time. So we can scalable, we can rapidly elasticity. That means we can expand your resources whatever you want to range with the help of the cloud environment. We can elasticize the resources based upon the demand of the users. So next one is the measured service. What is the meaning of measured service? So the service can be measured with the help of the usage of the customer. So cloud computing resource can be measured, controlled and reported, providing transparency for both the provider and consumer of the utilized resource. Cloud computing resources of the meeting monitoring capabilities which are availables, the controls and optimizing resource use. So this implies that just like the airtime electricity, for example, in your home there is an electricity. So for example, if you want to consume 500 units of electricity, just you have to pay only the 500 units of current. Just like that in cloud environment, just we have to use whatever you want to use, we have to pay like that. So pay as per you use. Okay, pay as per use in the service measure. Okay, So municipal water, so if you want to use water in the monthly, so just you have to pay. So these are the, just like this is the metric used in the measured service. So another one is the some of the advantages and disadvantages of the cloud computing. So advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. So what are the advantages? There are various advantages of cloud computing. So one is the lower cost for users. So in cloud we do not require high powered computing of a computer based. So based on the application, because application run on the cloud are not desktop or PC. So if you are use any type of device you are used to access the data. So lower IT infrastructure cost, we need not to maintain huge amount of IT infrastructure just to use the uh, one client and the internet. So by using cloud computing, we need not to invest the large number of more powerful servers. We need not to require IT staff for handling such powerful servers. So we need not to maintain huge amount of servers here. Just we have to use only one client, that is laptops or a computer or a mobile. With the help of these clients we can access at anywhere. We need not to maintain any server here. So all these data are kept in the servers in the cloud, so in the data centers. So your data is stored in the data centers, not in the physical server on your room or in your office. So fewer maintenance cost. So here maintenance cost is very low because there is no server maintenance, there is no IT staff. So obviously your maintenance cost is decreased. So the maintenance cost is cloud computing greatly reduced both hardware and software maintenance for organization of all sizes. So nowadays small size organizations and large size organizations use the cloud computing. So the main use of cloud is to maintain the cost very low, because we are not maintaining any resources here, we are not maintaining any infrastructure here. So just we have to maintain only the computers and the internet, just to use that. And nowadays all the IT staffs are used cloud, are working in the work from home in this pandemic situation. So in this situation we are using the cloud technology. Okay, the data is kept in the cloud and accessed all around the staff of that particular organization and use it. So that is the main use of cloud. So the maintenance cost of the cloud computing greatly reduce both hardware and software maintenance for organization for all sizes. So lower software cost, it reduces the software cost because you need not to purchase software separately. So we need not to purchase any software here. So the software needed by the organizations are kept in the cloud environment. Just use the service provider and log on and access the service whatever you want. So instead software updates, another software releases advantage of cloud computing is that user do not need to face with the choice between the obsolete software and high upgrade cost. If the app is web based, updates happens automatically or are available the next time when users logs to the cloud. So automatical updates, for example your WhatsApp or your YouTube or your Gmail. So automatical updates are happens. So how can it happens? Just it connects to the cloud and accessing it by the internet. So that is the main use of the cloud nowadays. So increase in computing power. So computing power, so that means the capability of running the applications are very fast in this environment. So different applications are run it very fastly and maintained very easily with this environment only. So almost unlimited storage information in the cloud, giving the almost unlimited storage capacity. Hence we can no more worry about the running of the storage space. So we need not worry, it is unlimited. Huge amount of data is stored in the information. So trillions and trillions of data, that means terabytes of data can be maintained in the cloud data. So we are not capable to maintain terabytes of data within one physical server in your office or in your organization or in your home. So all this data is stored in the servers at somewhere else of the data centers and maintained all this data at anywhere. Okay, backup and recovery. So we have to back up your data, so we have to maintain the same copy of data at somewhere location. So if you have any failure occurred in this manner, so the data is retrieved from some other else for backing up and storing the same relevant, much more easy to store the data in the physical device. So most cloud service providers are usually competent enough to handle recovery of information. So information is provided by the users. So automatic software integration, the software integration is most used in the cloud. Software integration usually something occurs automatically, thus means that not require taken additional efforts to the customization and integration your application as per your performance. This aspect use take more and itself. So automatic integration is very helpful in the cloud environment. So easy access to information. Once you register yourself in the cloud, you can access the information from anywhere, any where there is any internet connection. This convenient features lets you know to beyond the zone and geographical features and access the information at anywhere and anyone. So improved capability between operating systems. So if you want to compatibility with the operating system, so there is no any uncompatible with this environment. So in the cloud, operating system simply do not matter. One can connect with the Windows computer to the cloud and share documents with computers running application Mac, Linux and Unix. In this cloud, the data matters, not the operating system. So it is a matter of the data, it is not the operating system. So dynamic scalability. So scalability is nothing but we can scale, we can maintain huge amount of data, we can expand your data whatever you want to maintain within the cloud environment. That is extra processing the buffer needed to lower cost and without the capital investment and contingency fees to users. So this is the main, just you have to maintain the data within the help of the resources. So it has some disadvantages, as well as, so in cloud we have some advantages and we have some disadvantages. So security and privacy in the cloud. So security is the biggest concern in the cloud computing. So security, so of course in cloud there is a lot of security. So there is a problem to threat the to stolen the data by the hacker. So also, so by leverage of remote cloud based infrastructure, a company essentially gives away private data and information. This tank might be sensitive and confidential. You have to maintain the sensitive data and confidential data very carefully within the cloud. So dependence of the vendor lock-in. So if you, for example, if you are using AWS, Amazon Web Service, for example, if you are moving to another provider, it is not easy to move to another provider. Just you have to lock in to the particular vendor, you have to lock. So you are not easy to move to the another provider. If you want to move to the another provider, just move all these data to the another provider as well. So this is the one of the disadvantages of the cloud environment. If one of the user, if the one of the provider is moved to another provider, it is very difficult to maintain all the data. We have to very difficult to move all the data to one provider to another provider. So this is called vendor lock-in. So technical difficulties and downtime. So of course we have some technical difficulties. Certainly we have smaller business enjoy a lot of deals, so technical issues are also happened. So with the help of the cloud, we have to maintain all this data without having any technical difficulties and downtime. So for service providers, it might be fast. Okay. So limited control and flexibility. So there is no control and there is no flexibility to maintain the data within the cloud, since the applications and service run on the remote. So third party virtual environment companies and users have limited control over the function and execution of the hardware and software. So moreover, since remote software is being used, it usually lacks the features of application running locally. So increased vulnerability related to the security and privacy mentioned before. Note that cloud buffer solutions are exposed on the public internet and are thus a more vulnerable target for malicious users of hackers. Nothing on the internet is completely secured, and ever the breaks of players suffered from the serious attackers and security breaches. So it is main disadvantages of the cloud environment, so to the user. So thank you for watching this video.